especially being the SRC chairperson, there was a lot of growth that I needed throughout that year that I did experience. But I definitely think that the personal development module really does help. You know, a lot of kids, especially in high school, no one likes sitting through life orientation, but a lot of kids see it as a waste of time. Uh, and I was one of those kids as well. But the personal development module is, it's basically life orientation on a next level. It actually teaches you things you can apply in your everyday life that you would need to apply anyway, you know? So for me, the biggest one was conflict management. That is a very important skill that I feel like a lot of young adults and teens as well need to learn, especially going into the workforce and, becoming a premium adult. That is something that you really do need. And I think, like I said, being the chairperson and dealing with all the kids on campus and being responsible for bridging the gap between personnel and the students, for me, as cliche as it sounds, my biggest growth area was definitely patience. 100%. I don't necessarily have an issue when it comes to confidence and things like that. I feel like I am very comfortable speaking my mind and that sort of thing, but making sure that it's done in a very, practical and well mannered way. Definitely think that that would have been my biggest growth point during AEL, and I think that I learned a lot, especially during that year. Once I graduated, that I still apply to today, especially, like I said, in the workforce, you are going to need to understand the basics of conflict management. And I still use that to today.